Welcome back to Scotties Hobbies. I'm here in the shop making you guys another video. Wanted to clear up a few things and let you guys know who I am, where I'm coming from when I make any type of video for you, whether it is a DIY maintenance video or a video on these upcoming regulations or deregulations. But first, make sure to hit that like button right now. Please, it helps me out a lot in the algorithm. Subscribe, share, hit the ring bell so you don't miss any of my future videos coming out. Now I'm Scotties Hobbies. This here is my shop, my garage here at home. Do I own a smog shop? Do I perform smog inspections? Am I a smog technician? No to all of the above. I did have my smog license from 2003 up until about 2018. I hated smogging cars. Why did I hate smogging cars, you might ask? Or trucks, whatever it is. When a vehicle would come in and have a modified intake or a plenum or a bigger turbo or pulleys, yes, those might make your car more efficient. It might make your car run better. It might do nothing but good things for your vehicle. But if that part did not have a carb sticker on it, it visually would not pass a smog inspection. So what I had to do is go tell that customer, like, sir, ma'am, tailpipe wise, you passed just fine. This thing, it's great, but you failed because you have this part on your car. The only reason why you failed is because it's not carb compliant. Why is it not carb compliant? Well, they didn't pay their tax to the state of California to get the sticker put on their part. So you fail. You need to change that part and come back for a smog inspection and pass at that time. I didn't like that. So you know what I did? I stopped smogging, went and found a better career, started working on heavy duty engines, generators like Cats, Cummins, and just stuff like that. So I don't smog anymore. I don't really care what happens to a smog inspection program. I just want, well, I do care. I do want deregulation, 100% for sure. But at this current state of life, it's not going to affect me one way or another, other than I could go out and buy a hopped up car when I do end up getting some money, extra money after I buy a house, this and that. But as it is right now, deregulation on any emissions laws are not going to do anything to my income. So, oh well, let it be. I just want to bring you guys some real good facts. What I think the smog check program should be in California is either 96 and newer or 2001 and newer, and we should have an option to go to a kiosk and do our self-performed smog inspection like they have in other states. Two of the states I believe is Ohio and Maine or Maryland, one of the two, and I believe there is one or two other states. I think that's the way it should be. Or if we're going to do a tailpipe emissions on the dyno and we stick the sniffer in the tailpipe, as long as the vehicle passes the emissions inspection, so whatever's coming out of the tailpipe, if that's clean air, to me, that's passing a smog inspection. I don't care what's on the vehicle. As a smog tech, I had to. I hated enforcing those rules. But in my opinion, if it passes a tailpipe emissions test, hey, it passes. And you might say, well, why don't you just pass it visually? The state loves to send undercover cars in and catch people doing dirty smogs. I ended up getting a smog citation, and I believe 2012, 2013, somewhere around there, and had to go through classes and this and that. So the state is out there to get people. And another thing, when the new STAR system came out, 2013, somewhere around there, I saw that system and I'm like, hey, this system is more designed to catch a smog technician doing dirty smogs rather than to clean the air. And then they made it easier for smog technicians to get a test-only license, so you have less knowledge, less education on vehicles and cars, but you're gonna go test cars. I felt like, hey, that's gonna lower my value and it's gonna increase the revenue for the state to be able to give out citations easier. I'm out of here. So I went and started working on heavy-duty engines. That's where I'm at now. Now you might be wondering, what's going on? Like, where are you at right now? You're in a shop, right? Let me show you guys. This here is my shop, my dirty shop. I'm currently in my garage at home, and this is where I do repairs. This is where I could help people save money and gain knowledge on how to maintain and repair their vehicles. I feel like I could do a lot more for people here in this location than I could in any other shop I ever had or ever will be in. So This is why I like doing this stuff here. Now, when it comes to the deregulations and everything going through the legislation, through the House, through Congress and all that, this is all new to me. One thing, I can't spell. I am a typical Trump voter. I'm not the brightest when it comes to spelling, reading, all that stuff. I'm good at fixing stuff. So what I started doing is getting involved in researching what these deregulations are going to be. Because people started hitting me up on the YouTube channel and they're like, hey, a lot of your videos have to do with smog or emissions component locations and how to fix emissions components, how to test emissions components and stuff like that. Is your channel going to be relevant in the future? Well, I'm doing my best to get out of that and doing general maintenance on vehicles. But I started looking into it. I'm like, smog is never going to stop in California. It's a really, really cool tailpipe dream, but it's very, very hard to believe. So I started looking into it all. I started reading, started coming up with my own opinions and everything and bringing those to you. And then I started actually looking into where I could get some factual knowledge about this stuff. Somebody out there said, hey, these CRAs that are going to be signed in the next couple of weeks, these are going to be the start to the end of CARB in California. The current emissions laws are going to start getting deregulated. So I looked at it. I'm like, how can I gain some knowledge about this? I found out that most of the CRAs that are going through legislation right now in the House are in the Energy and Commerce Committee. So I hit up that committee. They hit me back. They let me know a bunch of information. I was able to ask them questions. They answered them. They confirmed to me that all of these CRAs that are coming out are not going to affect current regulations, only future regulations. And that's why I made a video explaining all that. And of course, we do want clicks. We do make videos for views. This is how we make our money. We get ad revenue. We get overlays on our videos with commercials. We get sponsorships. We get free stuff sent to us all the time. That's why we do these videos. But I want to make sure that you guys are getting the best accurate knowledge. I don't want you guys to go out, cut your catalytic converters off, go buy a bunch of parts that you put on your vehicle and end up failing smog in 2 years or next year because you think you're not going to need smog inspections anymore. I like actions rather than assumptions. So when the actions actually go through to where we can start modifying vehicles and doing what we want to our vehicles, I will bring you that knowledge and tell you guys, go ahead and go do it now. But until then, I'm going to bring you real facts. Well, sometimes it's going to be real facts. Most of the time it's going to be real facts. But I'm going to try to bring you some of my opinions that I think is more realistic given where I'm at, dealing with the state of California forever, dealing with CARB, dealing with the Bureau of Automotive Repair. There's a lot to it other than what's right on the surface. And a lot of these regulations that are out there, like what caused the particulate filters or DEF on vehicles, it's not all CARB. It's also the Tier 4 smog regulations and the federal smog program. So it's not just California that's making some of these actions on vehicles or making some of the smog equipment be put on vehicles. It's also the federal regulations that need to be deregulated. So that's my take. That's where I'm at. That's who Scotty B is with Scotties Hobbies. If this video entertained you, don't forget to like, please, subscribe, check out the video library, tell everybody about Scotties Hobbies. If you're working on a vehicle and you have questions about it, feel free to shoot me a message. I have a text number down there you could text me on. You could email me. I'm very easy to get a hold of, and I do reply to a lot of comments and messages I get. I appreciate you guys sticking around and listening to me, not just on this video, but on all my videos. I will see you guys on the next hopefully helpful video. Thanks for checking out Scotties Hobbies.